So now this is how you explain the inside. You're going to follow the same blueprint, PPFB. You're going to go preface, problem, feature, benefit. So the preface is that now one thing great about their service is what they do on the inside. Okay, now we're thinking about the inside. You probably aren't seeing anything, but that's where people get a lot of spiders and ants, so it's important. They will treat the corners and entry points for you whenever you ask them to. This is important because then it keeps all the spiders from leaving webs everywhere. Benefit. I'm going to go through that real quick. Then you're going to jump out to the base of the home, explaining same outline, preface, problem, feature. Now, one of the most important things that they do is down here at the base of your home. You see these little wheat poles? They're going to agree with you. This is how the ants and roaches crawl into your home. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they treat 3 feet up and 3 feet out, giving you a full 6-foot barrier. This is important because that will keep the ants and roaches from nesting inside your walls and causing damage or joining you at a dinner party. Eaves, then you're going to explain the eaves. Now, where they go the distance is up here in the eaves. You're guiding them to talk about each of these. They're good about getting up there and taking care of the wasps and spiders. They take a big brush and sweep the eaves down all the way around your home. This is important because this will keep the wasps and spiders from climbing in and ending up inside, like we were talking about before with the spiders being inside. Then you want to touch on it because they're always going to say, oh, well, they'll come back for free whenever I want. So you want to touch it before they do. What's really nice is if you see anything between their regular services, they'll come back for free. So that's setting up their service, getting it all set up, and then this is the most important part of that, like I was talking about. You're going to do the tie down. So the tie down is, now besides all that, is there anything else they do on a regular basis that's included in the price without you having to ask them to do it? And then you wait and they're like, no, that sounds about right. So you do that. Then this is where you really shift things, but you need to subtly do it because this is where most guys get it wrong. They're going to be like, cool, well, let me tell you what we're doing and everything like that. So you need to do it subtly. You want to go same, 8 mile. You want to hit with that 8 mile again so you're not, being upset. You feel like you've really got a good thing going with them, and I'm sure you probably weren't looking to switch, but before I tell you why everyone has been switching to me, I want to let you know that you won't be losing any of the benefits that that they are providing you. We provide all the same services. And then the thing you want to do is you don't want to say, now this is what we do. You want to sell through a neighbor. So you're going to transition to talking about a neighbor and what they liked about the service and why they switched over. So did you know Nancy? She lives right there with Alexis. And then you start talking about that and transition off of what you're talking about, and then they're like, oh, okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to sell through that neighbor. So you're going to preface. The biggest reason your neighbor Nancy switched to me from Home Team is what I do in the yard. Since everybody has the bunnies around here, we get a lot of fleas and ticks in the yards. Every time I come out here without you having to ask me, I'm going to bring a full 15 feet out into the yard and inspect and spot treat any nesting sites throughout the whole property. Benefit. This is important because this helps keep the fleas and ticks from getting on you or your dog and giving you Lyme disease. Kind of crazy, but true. Another thing you can do is the second biggest reason why everyone has been switching to me around here is what I do up in the attic. Since everyone has this construction right here, we get a lot of mice. We specialize in rodent control, and so as often as is needed, we will check the attic for you to ensure that nothing is nesting up there. This is important because this will help prevent rodents from chewing on any wires or water pipes and causing damage. A lot of the water pipes in these new homes are made out of plastic, and little field mice will chew on them and cause leaking in the home. It's a real problem and it definitely happens. You'll run into them on the doors. People will be like, oh yeah, that happened to me. So then we'll be switching over to price.